Hey there, Janae with Palin Projects here, and in this video I'm going to be doing some transplanting around our yard. So I have 2 strawberry vanilla hydrangeas, some delphiniums, and then a mystery tree. We're going to try and keep the mystery tree and plant it out in our front yard for just some free landscaping, I guess. It's grown pretty tall. It's about my height, maybe a little shorter, and we're just gonna see how it grows and what it turns into, and we have plenty of space in the front yard to move that tree to. The 2 hydrangeas aren't doing well in the location that they're in, probably because the area that they're in is sandy, rocky, and doesn't have a lot of nutrients. So I'm going to move those to our back row. And then some delphiniums are kind of encroaching on my ornamental grass. And so I'm not going to have foxgloves this year, so I want to start kind of building my perennial delphiniums, because I love delphiniums, but building the delphiniums up behind each one of my trees to kind of create a nice block there as well. I do have another plant that I forgot about, a Spirea. I'm going to move to the back row as well. It's in that kind of like sandy, rocky soil. Saf's eating something. I don't know what she's doing. I also want to try and get all of this stuff moved today because we are running out of time. You really should do this before you should transplant, or try and plant everything in early spring. Try and get it before it wakes up out of dormancy. It's a lot easier on the plant. Not saying that it can't be done, but it's best case scenario to move them before they wake up. So luckily, the majority of these plants haven't woke up yet. The delphiniums are very small, so I feel good with transplanting those guys. The tree is on the south side, so it's a little more woken than what I would have liked, but I gotta get it out of there. It's right up against our house, and that's not good. So that's it. It's either move it or I dig it out and just kill it, which I don't want to do either. So let me show you how I kind of transplant my plants. Okay, so here we are on the first plant. It is quite a bit larger than my other plants that I'm going to be transplanting today, but basically I want to make a circle around the plant and dig it out and not disturb as many roots as possible. I do have drip here as well, so I need to pull that out so I don't cut that. And then I'll need to weed around this as well so that I'm not introducing any new weeds into the back row. But let's get into it. everything planted. Not quite everything. Once I dug up the tree, how I had to dig it up, I didn't feel that it had a root system that was big enough to save, so I felt the tree would be compromised. And upon further review of the tree, I realized that it's a cottonwood. Cottonwoods might be great in your area. In my area, they grow very fast. They are a weak tree, susceptible to a lot of diseases, and pose a great danger to establishments. Not only establishments, but to people themselves. My grandparents have 3 giant cottonwood trees in their yard, and every year massive branches fall out. Very concerning, and I don't want to have to deal with that in my landscaping. I don't want to have to deal with the maintenance or the possibility of someone getting hit by a falling branch. Now, where we were going to put this tree, it was going to be next to our driveway, so there's a possibility that a car could have been hit by a falling branch or the tree falling over itself. I just didn't want to perpetuate that, so I did take that tree out, filled the soil back in where I took it out because it is right behind a shrub that I do want to keep, and I discarded that tree so that you know, it isn't going to live onward and potentially be an issue down the road. So I feel pretty confident in the amount of trees that we've planted on this property so far, and there's going to be many more trees to come. So I feel okay with not planting that on our property for sure. But I did get the 3 hydrangeas planted, so I did a trio of hydrangeas. I'm very excited for that. I think that will be a beautiful hedge of just gloriousness back there. I got the Spirea planted in the front because it is a lower growing shrub. It's not big. It'll be a perfect like front border plant. And then I did move 3 of the Delphiniums. I'm a little late on moving the Delphiniums, but I needed to get those moved in order for that oriental grass to thrive. So I feel really confident and really excited for the items that we moved today. I'm very excited for this spring gardening season. There was, with the first hydrangea that I did plant up, I did unearth some bulbs. One bulb had green on it and it was growing, so I just kind of tucked that guy back in so that, you know, it was disturbed, but hopefully not so disturbed that it won't grow any farther. And then the other bulb that I unearthed was mushy, so it unfortunately had rotted, so I disposed of that accordingly as well. So just in the garbage can, not a big deal there. So but those blooms are to come. I do have some daffodils in bloom. I'm sure you probably saw those on the footage that I got. Very excited for those. And then my beautiful orange/pink tulips are back this year with a vengeance. They're not super tall. I think it's a watering issue. We had a really dry winter this year, unfortunately, so I don't think they got enough moisture, but I have been supplementing their water, and it seems to be helping. So I'm very excited for them. They are beautiful, and I can't wait to get pictures of them. So I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next project. Thanks, guys. Bye.